Push-ups. One of the most popular and also one of the most effective exercises you can perform to primarily target your chest and triceps. However, for the majority of us, over time, regular push-ups can start to become fairly straightforward. Push-ups are too easy for you say, eh? Well, stay tuned as in today's video, I'm going to cover 5 push-up exercises you can perform to not only up your push-up game, but also to make more gains. So let's get into it. Now before we get into the exercises, I just want to stress how important it is you perform these variations with proper form, okay? If 15 consecutive push-ups are very challenging for you, then I strongly advise that you don't try these exercises out. However, I urge you to keep on pushing further. I believe in you. On the other hand though, if 15 clean push-ups are pretty much a piece of cake for you, then keep listening and start taking notes, my friend.
I'm ready.
So the first exercise on the list is going to be the Russian push-up. This exercise will stimulate more muscle fibers in the triceps than usual when dropping onto your elbows, however will also require more speed and power in the pectoral muscles. As you're about to touch the floor with your chest, quickly shift and drop your body weight onto your elbows before immediately reversing the step and pushing back up into the starting position. This may seem challenging at first, however don't stress, as it's most likely you are lacking technique rather than pure strength. As you proceed to fall onto your elbows, simultaneously mimic this motion but in your ankles by shifting your toes slightly back and upwards. This is going to allow you to come into and out of the Russian push-up with greater efficiency, allowing you to focus more on the targeted muscles. As a result, the effectiveness of this push-up is significantly increased. You're welcome. And the second variation of the 5 is the clap push-up. Seen by many, correctly executed by few. The clap push-up is fantastic for not only building further strength in the chest, but also for developing the fast twitch muscle fibers, aka explosiveness. Whilst using as little momentum as possible, push up as fast as possible before proceeding to explode off the ground and clapping with both hands whilst in the air. Do this with a sense of urgency, like I said, as fast as possible, in order to execute the landing correctly to allow yourself more time to perform the eccentric portion of the clap push-up. The Russian push-up, as already demonstrated, is a great tool to develop the strength and power required to execute the clap push-up. However, if struggling to perform correctly, focus on standard plyometric push-ups or even performing the clap push-up on your knees, as this will help you focus on gaining the explosiveness that's required to push off the ground whilst landing safely. The clap push-up is a very popular exercise for a reason. However, in order to gain the benefits from it, make sure you're performing the push-up with proper technique. Alright? Sweet. Moving on. The third push-up variation you can include in your routine is the floor press push-up. The execution of this push-up is much simpler as you follow the exact same parameters as the regular push-up. However, allow your chest to completely make contact with the ground as you bring your hands up and off the surface, maybe for a brief second or two, before pushing forcefully back into the ground and up into the starting position. The brief pause at the bottom is not only, like the other two, excellent for building athletic strength and power. The pause will mean the force generated will come through the chest on an even larger scale, which is ideal for gaining further mass in those pecs of yours. The simplicity of this exercise is also extremely effective as a large portion of it replicates the basic version of the push-up, allowing you to master the basics even further. And remember, a strong foundation is key. Now, as a bonus tip, if you're looking to increase the variety of your push-up game, perform 2 or all 3 of these variations into one whole sequence. Not only is this going to look alpha as hell, but constantly overloading your chest in various ways will inevitably lead to more growth. Moving on to number 4, knuckle push-ups. Rather than working more on speed and explosiveness like the other 3, this push-up variation focuses more on strength and stability. The guidelines are the exact same as the regular push-up, but the only difference being your knuckles are planted on the floor rather than your palms. Despite this small difference, the difficulty of the knuckle push-up is actually fairly more challenging. Make sure to take it nice and slow and lower yourself downwards slower than usual, as this will assist you in mastering the stability portion of the knuckle push-up. Once you nail this down, maybe feel free to switch up the grip positions like wide grip and close grip, and just over time watch your chest blow up, my friend. Now the last exercise of the 5, one of my favorites, side to side push-ups. Instead of working both sides equally, shift your body weight more onto one side and push up forcefully before repeating this on the other side. As a side note, place your palms outwards, as this will put less strain on the wrists. The progression is also very straightforward. Want to make it harder? Spread your hands out further, as this will result in each limb having to push more and more of your body weight as you progress over time. Again, inevitably leading to further muscle growth. This is hands down one of the most effective push-up exercises for building masses of strength in the chest, as the incredible amount of stability required will result in an extremely strong core developed at the same time. If the one-arm push-up is one of your goals in the future, this has to be a staple in your regimen. So as that is number 5 covered, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this different type of video of mine. I hope this helped, and of course if this helped, feel free to let me know that this helped. If you found this content helpful, then feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below that you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to ping me a DM either on here, Instagram or Snapchat on what you'd like to see in the near future. Stay tuned for future content as always, and I'll catch you all on Monday.